It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. This taken in at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down, Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. Taylor now from the end zone. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Jones. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. That's caught left side by Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a touchdown. That's caught. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Throwing, Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted. And
he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first-half lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw. Jones toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeing.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for KC. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape.
And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be third down. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes finding Edwards-Helaire once again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Jones on 1st and 10. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And his throw is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's...
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson, 56 yards. And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. On for the extra point is Folk. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flush to his right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats will take over here just shy of the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They'll try and run with a fullback, Johnson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the...
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A Big play there for New England. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Stevenson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for two. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that two-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. 30. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. This complete left side to Aguilar. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll run with Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They're going to run it with Harris. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it, and the Patriots have it.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives him a chance to do a little extra.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They're going to try and run, and he will not get there. He comes up short, and they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Connecting with Hill. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Mahomes to throw it. On the move to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.